Safety is the first duty of any government. If you cannot protect Britain, you have no right to govern it. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Labour and Conservatives, Britain is now lawless. My name is Laila Cunningham. I'm a Westminster City Councillor, a former senior Crown Prosecutor, and a mum of 7. Our country's changed. I remember a time when calling the police meant they would actually come. Now, when my kids were robbed, police told me there weren't enough resources to send someone. I had to do the dangerous legwork myself over many weeks to catch the criminals. I risked my life and the press called me vigilante mum. Well, this campaign and reform is for every vigilante mum out there, for every parent who feels sick with worry when their kids leave the house, for every parent who's been looked down on, ignored and insulted, or worse, silenced. For everyone fighting to protect their family only to be told to calm down and shut up while the government places foreign rapists on their doorsteps. You are not alone. We see you, we hear you, and reform is coming to fight for you. From the start of this campaign, the press accused me of lying, of stirring up fear. I've prosecuted violent criminals. I've comforted victims. I've hugged my own children after they were robbed at knife point. This campaign is not spin for me. It's a reality. I've seen danger up close, and I can tell you the fear is not paranoia. It's the truth. When you cut visible policing, half stop and search, empty the prisons, and only charge 6% of reported crimes, you hand control of our streets to the criminals. This isn't just failure. It's a dereliction of duty. And I'm angry, because the very people who won our votes with promises of safety have done the exact opposite. Why are there no more police on our streets? Why isn't there a laser focus on knife crime? Why aren't people in balaclavas searched? Why are foreign rapists not deported? While these questions and many more still go unanswered, they have the audacity to force through the online safety bill, using child safety as a cover to gag dissent. And when we call it what it really is, censorship, they accuse us of being dangerous and siding with predators. A masterclass in double standards. A level of hypocrisy only matched by their deceit. These are the same people that refuse a national inquiry into the Pakistani rape gangs they protected for years. The same people that still house foreign rapists in hotels by schools and homes, and then act shocked when mothers protest. What do they expect? And if you need more proof that both parties have actively deprioritized our safety, ask yourself this. How can they find billions for foreign aid, 7 billion for Afghan refugees, some unvetted and dangerous, but not for more police, not for victims, and not for our children? And where are they when a boy is stabbed? Silent. Where are they when girls are groomed and raped? Silent. No policy announcements, no Cobra meetings, no billions, no elite squads. Those are reserved for censoring us. And then they take the knee. They bow the knee to ideology. Like the Crown Prosecution Service so-called policy on violence against women and girls. It states that it's actually gender neutral and inclusive of men who identify as women. That's not inclusion. That's deleting us from our own safety laws. The Tories took a policy meant to protect women and gutted it. What should have been a shield for us became a smokescreen for politicians. Because rape and sexual assault against women is an epidemic. Women are targeted because we are women. We face threats men will never face. And we want a government that recognizes this, not an ideology that erases it. And that starts with a fearless leader who puts truth and safety first. Now imagine a government led by Nigel that treats safety of its people as sacred. One that stands between you and danger every hour, every day, and never flinches. Where the police are on your streets. Where every predator, gang member, and violent offender knows there is nowhere to hide. Where your borders are secure, your streets are safe, and your children, our children, can grow up free from fear. That is the Britain we deserve, and that is the Britain we shall have under reform. because this country doesn't belong to the gangs, the predators, or the politicians that protect them. It belongs to us, the people who work hard, raise our families, play by the rules, and we deserve to live without fear. Thank you.
Thank you, Laila. I love the vigilante mums. We need to get that trending. And finally, our newbie MP, Sarah. Now, she's only been an MP for 12 weeks, but already she's causing a stir. Sarah.
Well, I hope that's in a good way. And it wasn't so long ago that we started our summer crime campaign. And I think the first thing I said to you all was how lovely it was that I was alongside Laila and Nigel that day, and that you were looking at 2 formidable women now. And today, here you are looking at 4 formidable women, all speaking from the same hymn sheet about this very important issue. So first of all, I should say thank you all for coming. And what we're talking about today is a matter of national security. And that is the heightened and increasing threat to the safety and security of women and girls across this country. A threat that our own government is enabling. And as you've heard, we're talking about the daily influx of people who do not share our values, who do not share our culture, but who are being welcomed into this country, all at vast expense to us, the taxpayer. We know that on average 800 to 1,000 migrants are arriving illegally in Britain each week, 26,000 so far alone on what I hope people will stop calling small boats, because they're clearly not small boats, they're very large boats. And even on Saturday, I think there were, I read in the paper, 435 at Dover, arrived at Dover on Saturday. And all of these people are either checked into hotels or dispersed into houses of multiple occupancy, better known as HMOs, around the country. And there's disturbing news today in the press about how the Home Office are liaising with private contractors to sweep up whole streets of houses, to take over blocks of houses. We know that officially there are 210 registered asylum hotels currently housing migrants in the UK. That's the figure as of July this year. Yet despite the government promising to close all of these hotels by 2029, we see the exact opposite happening, don't we? Even more being opened every day. From Cheshire to Norfolk, from Epping to Ashfield, few areas of the UK have remained untouched by this wave of state-supported illegal migration. The vast majority of these migrants are young, military-aged males. We can see it with our own eyes. We can see it from the media coverage. We hear reports of their documents, their identity documents being thrown into the Channel just as they approach Dover. They're not throwing away their smartphones, are they? But they throw away their documents just so they cannot be identified. And this helps them game our archaically generous and trusting immigration system until they're simply approved